Hello. All right, this week I decided to finally read The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. I have read several books by her and I really like them, but I was kind of going back and forth if I ever was going to read this book, and I definitely didn't read it at the height of its popularity. I've read it now post movie coming out. I was kind of 50-50 if I even wanted to see the movie, but we ended up having a girls' night to watch it. Plot twist, I'm recording this weeks after I read this book. But I do want to give a fair warning. This video is very short. This video is very different. I read almost the entire book at work, and my updates are at work. And this was also during the time when we found out my dad's dog was sick. She had cancer. And right after I finished this book, we ended up having to say goodbye to her. So this video is very short, especially the clips of me actually reading and talking about it, because all of that happened right before the bad stuff happened. But I'm gonna talk about the book after the vlog part, and like I said, we had a girls' night and that was really fun. My suspicions about why Enzo wouldn't leave for 3 years and why he turned Millie down. I am 66% of the way through. We are in part 2, and I totally forgot that the book made a point of saying the first part was in Millie's POV, because now we're in Nina's and we've time traveled. I'm still at work. I told you I'm reading this whole book at work. And it's insane. Where am I at? I've made it to part 3. I'm on chapter 52. And without saying spoilers, Millie and Nina... The backdrop to this video is just absolutely atrocious. It's just so white. I'm like, I want to talk about it, but it would include so many spoilers and I can't really do that. Here's the thing. I don't be trusting men in these books, and I specifically do not trust men in Freida McFadden books. Don't do it. Do not trust them. I don't care how perfect and I got it. You know what? We're getting into spoiler territory. Anyway, I feel like I'm gonna finish this book today. I think I literally have like 50 pages left. And like I said, I just haven't recorded that much. I never ended up recording when I got home last night because it's just kind of sad because of everything that happened yesterday, which I said earlier. But my friend Lauren has already read this book, and then our moms aren't big readers, but our moms are best friends. So Lauren is like adjacent to like my cousin pretty much, even though we are not blood related at all. But her mom like literally referred to me as like her niece the other day, and I was like, that checks out. I mean, that's fine. But we had been talking about doing like a girls movie night, and so I had asked Lauren the other night. I was like, hey, have you read this? I'm gonna read this week. And then she was like, yeah, I read it. So we're gonna make our moms watch this movie, and I'm adamant about that. I think I don't know if her mom likes mystery thrillers that much. I know my mom kind of likes them sometimes. I think this movie's gonna be good. You know, the one thing I will say is I don't think Amanda Seyfried gives Nina energy, like physically look wise. I feel like they made a very big point in this book to talk a lot about Nina's weight, and I was like, that you're just focusing on this and this is odd. And I don't like the like you're not pretty enough to be with this man thing. Like, I think that's odd. I think it's mean. But you know, Millie just wanted to hate on Nina for like anything she could, and from her point of view, fair enough, I'd hate her too, and I did. But anyway, I had to take I keep walking back and forth. Anyway, I had to take a little break because I'm just like, I've been locked in on this book. We've been so slow today, and I can tell it's gonna pick up. And for a while I was like, how did she make like a series out of these books? Like, I can see a couple ways it's gonna end, but now I'm kind of like, I'm very intrigued to see how it's gonna end, to see how that like plays out. And I'm also wondering, because the book starts off, you don't know whose point of view it's from. The book starts off saying that there's a body upstairs, and I'm like, one, who's the body? Obviously, is the body actually like, Or, you know, is that going to play into the next book? Is, you know, stuff like that happening? So I'm very curious. I am enjoying it. I knew I'd enjoy it. I like Freida McFadden books. And Freida McFadden is so good at making you dislike characters. In like a realistic, like she can write annoying characters very well. I listened to the audiobook for The Teacher by her, and she wrote the mind of a young teenager so well. Like, it was almost insufferable. Like, I was a teenager once, I don't want to live through it again, but it's because she wrote it in such like a realistic way, with like the naivety and the innocence, but like also thinking you know everything. Because like every year older you get, you think you know so much more and you know everything, but like I know a heck of a lot more than I did when I was 20, much less like 16. So we're gonna go finish this book. Sorry, the background is so different. I finished it.
I crumble in the quiet, but he knows how to hold me, and I burn to dim bright. He stays right beside me. He sees through all my flames. When I try to hide it, I crash, I break, I scream.
It's been a couple weeks since I've finished, or almost 2 weeks since I finished The Housemaid. We are about to go over to my friend Lauren's, and our moms are best friends. Lauren is like one of my best friends, so it's real cute. So we're gonna go watch the movie. Hello again. It's been 2 seconds for me and a lot longer for you, which is usually the opposite way that it works. So here's the thing. I really liked the book. There were some differences between the book and the movie, obviously, but there were some pretty big differences as far as how it ended was still the same, but some of like facts were a little different, but still very good. It was similar enough that I still enjoyed it, and it was still close enough to the plot, different enough that I don't feel like you missed that much. You missed the gardener. I'm pissed off that we didn't get that. Anyway, really liked the book, really liked the movie, and plot twist. This isn't related to the movie. The movie's not what inspired it, but I've started drafting a new book, and the guy that played the husband, I want him in it because he played that character really well. I really liked it. And I didn't know when I picked up the book if I was going to care about reading the next books. I didn't know how it was going to be a sequel. That got answered. I didn't know if I cared about reading it. I do want to read it. And I think they're even going to continue making more movies. So that's kind of exciting. I'm a fangirl. I get it. The hype's there. Also, this movie just made me really, like, I've been on my workout grind again, but boy, did it make me really keep going with it. Yeah, anyway. Really liked the book. I hate that I read it at kind of a bad time, but it was a nice little escape, so I highly recommend it. It was good. If you want something quick and it was good. As are, I think, a lot of her books. I think structurally they sometimes can end anticlimactic, but they're still good. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Just read it. Watch it. You have both options in this case.